Oba allegedly begged Sanwo-Olu to rebuild multi-million naira palace. Oba Tajuddin Afolabi Adebanjo Elemoro, the traditional ruler of Okoedo Elemoro Iwerekun land in Ibeju-Lekki, Lagos State, has appealed to Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu over the destruction of his multi-million naira palace by hoodlums, who hid under the NSAS protest to burn his palace. The monarch also called on the Lagos Police Command to deploy necessary security to the area to stall another attack by the hoodlums. Speaking through his son Prince Ajibola, the embattled monarch, who is perplexed to talk, said that more than 7 vehicles parked in the palace were also burned, while millions of cash, vital palace documents, furniture and electronic gadgets were looted during the attack on Wednesday. According to Ajibola, around 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Wednesday, we started hearing exchange of gunshots between police officers and Elemoro police station situated close to the palace, and hoodlums who allegedly hid under the NSAS protest to attack the station. The intention of the hoodlums, who came with sophisticated weapons, was to burn the station, but the officers resisted them for several minutes. In the process, the officers repelled the arsonists and succeeded in killing 2 among them. The hoodlums retreated and went to reinforce. When they returned to face the officers, their numbers and firepower overwhelmed the officers in the station, who ran for cover. But while trying to escape, one of the police officers ran towards the palace compound while still exchanging fire with the hoodlums. Seeing this, the arsonists headed for the palace to attack the officer. When they couldn't locate him, they resorted to raze the palace down and completely looted it. Over 7 vehicles were destroyed, while they carted away with furniture, electronics, and they found electronics that they found in the building. Ajibola added that the hoodlums also attacked other property within the palace compound and nearby houses before moving away. While some of them looted and razed the palace, the other hoodlums gained access to Elemoro police station and set it on fire. It took divine intervention and the ingenuity of youths in the area to ward off the hoodlums, whose target was to locate where the traditional ruler is to perpetrate whatever intention that they had. Our youths came out and started chanting NSAS to dissuade the hoodlums, he said. To be honest, with what has happened, I don't think there's a lot of sympathy for this Oba, because, to be honest, if you are really for the people, I don't think you should be getting unnecessarily attacked. Isn't it the same place where they found palliative that was meant to be shared to Nigerians? Well, whatever the case is, he doesn't have a connection with the people. You're just there. You're powerless. You're just there for the status and for the image, I guess. And to be honest, my sympathies does not really go out to him, because, again, if he had done substantial work in making the people of the Ibeju-Lekki area better off from his enforcement of his laws and whatever, then maybe people have sympathy for him. But to be honest, the sympathy is not even there, and that's it. It was also learned that the 3 live cows were stolen from the palace by the hoodlums, and information has it that one of the cows was slaughtered at Bogije and another at Otunla. The thing is, it's why are you crying? That's the matter. Who cares? Because at the end of the day, 1 trillion naira, not 1 trillion naira, the amount of money you want to rebuild it, no, that money could be invested into public facilities like hospitals and hospitals, schooling, the roads, electricity. Why can't he live in a flat? I don't understand. Like, why can't you just live in a 1-bedroom flat with 1 kitchen, 1 toilet? What's the problem with that? Humble yourself. You can't be living in these amazing places. Like, he's no different than the politicians. You're living in an amazing area while others are suffering. Why can't you live in a flat with 1 toilet? There, no one is rebuilding what you. How is he even getting his money? That's the real question. What is he doing to get his money? Paying off the taxes of people, and he's not doing anything for the community? Please let him cry. What can he do? The main thing is Sanwo-Olu can give him, or he can squat with them as well. Maybe that's a good option. But please just find a flat and go and sit down there. It's not by force. The octogenarian monarch, who was yesterday ill, requested for more security forces in the area, just as he appealed to officers at Elemoro police station to move to their permanent site. He also pleaded with Sanwo-Olu to rebuild his palace. With whose money? That is the question. So I feel like whether his palace gets rebuilt or not, the taxpayers' money, if we demand for it, with the tax that you were taxing us, what are you spending it on? And you had better not spend it on him because he's not adding anything to our society. Well, the first comment says, so this was his plan all along. He wanted them to build him another palace, so he called in the palace boys to bulldoze for him in the name of #NSAS. That could be the plan as well. They are also as corrupt as the politicians because they don't do anything for the people than just look good. What are you looking good for? Please. At the end of the day, if we're going to agree that you're going to be leading us and you're not doing anything to lead us, you're not even leading. You're not even part of the constitution. You basically have no power. You're basically just there looking good. For what? Live in a flat. It's not that deep. Another person says, the Igbo Biafrans agenda. How? It's like, this really shows the discrimination and the prejudice against Igbo people and the Biafra, because it's like, how does this relate to Biafra? Obviously, there are going to be certain people online that just come to look for clout and are like, just drag Biafra's name. If somebody that's Biafra is the Biafran agenda, are you really that threatened by them? Are you really that threatened by them? Another person says, millions of cash in the palace. Is the palace a bank? Exactly. That's another point you're meant to hone upon as well, because it's like, why do you have millions of cash in the palace? Where did you get that? And everyone says, the Oba is very rich. Let him build his palace on his own. Exactly. With whoever you're frauding, but Sanwo-Olu to come and build the money. Sanwo-Olu better build it from his own account, from his own personal money. Errand boy, he's the house boy for Tinubu, so you probably have to ask the Oga, which is Tinubu, for you to get money, because house boy cannot go and be stealing money from Oga. Another person says, I thought anyone without staff would be deposed and the person who carried it will be enthroned. Yes, there was actually a picture of the person carrying it out. It just reeks of disorganization and just frustration. Another person says, why beg him? It's his duty to rebuild it, so don't panic. Think about your staff of office. It's very important for you to retrieve it, or else you might be ridiculed by your subjects. Two bad politicians has used you and now your respect is dragged along the floor of Lagos highway. Why you... Nah, let's not even reply to this comment. Another person says, this boy didn't add that the youth looted in particular the food stores in their house, which is meant for masses to alleviate people suffering from COVID-19 time selfishness. Apparently, this king is the Oba of Ibejuleki and not Oba of Lagos. Well, to be honest, these Obas, they're not really doing anything. They're just there for the fashion. Why are you there? For tourism and, for the culture. If they make the palace into a museum and you're basically bringing revenue and income for the country, then fine. But you're not doing anything. You're not. It's good to keep the culture alive. But to be honest, it's just, you're not impacting the public in a way that they would want to protect you, if you get what I'm saying. Someone says, this is rubbish. Why keep so much cash at home in this era of cashless orientation? Thank God that the narrative has not been changed against you for keeping so much cash in a coffin. Please stop addressing Akiolu as the Oba. Since he has no staff, he is no longer the Oba. Wow. Thank you. You scaled away with your staff of office, unlike your careless colleague. Wow. Well, obviously, the Oba son has come to say this. Why can't the Oba say it by himself? Is he too big? No one cares. But he's not impacting the community, so the sympathy or whatever happens, no one really cares, to be honest. No one cares, okay? Go get a flat, live there, and that'll be fine for you. Those people that are serving you, let them go. Let them go find something else to do, because you're not impacting the community. Put what you think about this in the comment section below. Do you believe this cry is worth Sanwo-Olu trying to go rebuild the palace? Also, do not forget to like and subscribe.